RC also,
Yes.
Haiden Deegan, like, I'm not comparing him to.
Oh boy! Here we
No,
go.
no. Listen,
Here we go.
I saw the number 70 Pro Circuit 125 guy come up, right? His first year of Supercross. I was there.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying he's you. That's a long way to go. But honestly, he reminds me of you in that he was really fast in practice, 7th quickest. I thought by the eye test, I could have sworn he would have been better than 7th quickest, by the way.
Yes.
But he's loose. Loose. Feet are off. He's railing the turns. He's landing on the back of guys almost. He held it together in the main event, and full props to him. That 4th is awesome. Honestly, I thought, I'm like, this dude is fast and loose.
Yes. So here's my analysis on Haiden. Okay,
Yeah.
let's first go now. Think about the futures race at Anaheim. Okay, and just try to get a visual. Everyone listening right now, just think of where he was. I know he fell down, but just think about his lap times and riding and what he looked like. Now, fast forward and let's think about how he was riding at Houston. Okay, and just how much more comfortable he looked. And the reason that I think that is because he thought about what he did wrong. He had that feeling. He knew what to expect, leaving one race, going to the next. And that learning curve was really steep, right? He probably only rode 2 or 3 days last week, I'm guessing. 3 max, 2 probably on an average. Think about the adjustment that he made and how much better of a rider that he was from 1 week to the next, just being able to make that adjustment. He was loose, for sure. There were moments, I will also say, like going through the whoops, he really kept his composure. Of course, he had some moments. All of those guys did. But he was willing to take the risks. They were calculated risks. And, dude, he was there at the right time, and it was impressive. He came from behind to get to where he was. Yes, he got a couple breaks. When you really dig into it and you look like, okay, well, how did he get the place that he got? Well, a couple guys fell, but I thought I was really, really impressed. He stepped up when he needed to, and it's pretty impressive. Really, really cool to see that. And, people can throw shade and whatever, but when guys like that, when kids like that are able to handle the pressure and rise to the occasion, you've got to give them respect. Don't have to like them, but you got to respect them.
Turning down every jump, too. I was bugging him in the post-race. He's just turn down.
Hey, you know what was crazy, too? Or not crazy, but was impressive, is just how he never gassed out. Gassed out, but he was able to maintain. He was able to maintain. He was vulnerable. I thought, it's getting towards the end, like the last 5 laps. To be expected, his age, he's young, very young, and I'm like, oh man, he's going to gas out, and and those are the real touchy moments when you're a rookie, and you guys know this because you've been around forever. Is you're trying to ride the same speed, you're either pumped up or you're fatigued. The track is getting gnarlier, and that's when stuff goes wrong. And by goodness, it didn't happen.
Yeah, you can not like the vlogs, and you can't, you can. Yeah. And I've told Brian this. Brian called me one time because I said on the show I would never do that to my family, just my personal choice and whatever. So we discussed that like adults did and whatever. And you can not like all that, but the kid is doing the work because you don't do what he did without doing motos and putting in time, and so. That's not fake.
And Brian's not built that way anyway.
No. So, you don't fake that.
I was watching practice. I don't know if you guys saw it, and you were there, RC. He scrubbed the triple and then came around this bowl turn. And it was, of course, you got good dirt in Houston, but he bar dragged the bowl, insane corner speed. Like, I stopped and I go, holy shit, that was impressive.
It's unbelievable just how well he does. How I saw that particular lap in that corner that you're talking about, and I'm like, oh my goodness, but that's the young generation. I mean, you see Chase Sexton does it. Out of all the 450 guys, I feel like he's one of the guys. Ferrandis is really good at it too. They just rail those ruts really, really fast, and then you saw what Haiden was able to do that lap, that practice. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. But that's the future of the sport. I mean, it really is. I think moving forward, and I don't want to jump ahead of what you guys had to go, but I think the biggest thing that going into Tampa is, like, if you're Haiden, assuming guys don't have the issues that they had this weekend, I would hate for him not to get, like, say he gets 7th, to not get discouraged. Still look at the big picture and realize what he's learning, and keep progressing. You know, that's where I feel like guys that make it in the long run. When I say make it, like multiple championships at the elite level, the guys that are able to manage mentally those bad finishes and look deep into the reason why, okay, this weekend I got 5th. Or why did I get 5th? Well, this guy didn't fall, this guy didn't fall, this guy didn't fall. Because really, he wasn't going to catch Vial, right? And then I think there's one other guy that maybe he was behind. So that would have put him in 6th. So, you know, and I think Brian is super smart, and he looks at stuff like that, and that's kind of how I look at it, just because of my position in the booth. You know, it's like, okay, this guy got this, and how did he do it? Was it straight up? Did he get a gift? Right. What happened? Blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm kind of hardcore when it goes to stuff like that, and so that's the biggest thing. He can't get discouraged if he doesn't get better than 4th next weekend.
To piggyback off Steve's question, is there one guy that you can look at nowadays that reminds you of yourself?